Okay, so I did a video earlier this morning completely dismantling the rights argument that colleges are, right, where people are becoming indoctrinated. That's not what's happening, guys. What's happening is, it's obviously it's a very dynamic problem, right? It's not a single thing. But when you take, and there's only one side of the country, right, that's doing this, okay? When you preach hierarchy, division, hate, okay, and cruelty in your home 24 hours a day, but through whether that's the Bible, Fox News, blah, blah, blah. And don't come at me saying the bullshit about how I'm a Christian, we're not hateful. The Bible is one of the scariest books in the entire world, okay? Just like there's love in that book, there is a lot of hate too. And don't sit here. If you're going to tell me that that's not true, then I'm going to tell you haven't read the Bible, okay? Anyway, you cannot expect that you can raise a child in an environment, right, where you do not teach love, compassion, empathy, and tolerance, okay? So add to that, right, the house where the hate and the rhetoric and all that nonsense is being taught, all right? Add to that these people typically also own a lot of guns, teach their children young to play with guns, to become proficient with firearms, okay? So you're teaching them hate, or you may think that you're protecting them from the world, but if you look at what you're teaching them, okay, very hateful stuff, all right? Then you teach them how to use a firearm. Then you allow access to said firearm, okay? And then when you add to that, right, the third part of the equation, all right, is this internet culture that is absolutely fucking toxic, right? Toxic towards women, toxic towards gay people, trans people, anybody who is not, the color of milk. So when you marry those three things together, that is what is happening, okay? That is the indoctrination, okay? And look, I'm not sitting here trying to say that the left is perfect and we're lily white. No, bullshit. That's bullshit, okay? And if you need to believe that, then you're not adult enough to even be engaged in this conversation, all right? But I wanted to address that because that's where the indoctrination is happening, okay? It is not a single element. It's certainly not college. Go watch my video, all right? It is the marriage of those things and a whole host of other things that I don't even, right? Because everybody's life is different. But when you marry those three pillars, you put them together, that is a recipe for disaster. So conversely, on the left, okay, we teach our children, I can speak for myself, okay, empathy, kindness, tolerance, love. We teach our children about firearms, but we don't teach them to be proficient with firearms, okay? We teach them to have a healthy respect for firearms, for what they can and do in this world every single day. And though many people on the left, including myself, own firearms, are proficient with firearms, okay? I don't know why there's like this nonsense rhetoric that like the people on the right are the only ones that have pew-pews, which of course is nonsense, okay? But we do not allow our children to have access to them, generally speaking. We do not teach them to use them, okay? So, and then we may be more sort of like open about letting our children experience the internet in a more free way, in a less controlled way than people on the right. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I'm not a right-wing mom, so I don't know. But you have to look, right? So you have love, tolerance, compassion, empathy, hate, hierarchy, right? All of those things that are I'm not saying that you guys don't teach your young good things too, but again, these are the central differences, okay? Then you have, sorry if I'm flipping people. Oh, no, I'm not. It's peace sign. Over here, I'm teaching you guns. I'm teaching you how to use guns while I'm filling your head full of all these questionable things. Over here, I'm teaching you, yeah, there are firearms in this world and they can be used for good things like self-preservation, but you must have a healthy respect for them. And there's no access to them, all right? They're not glorified. You will not see pictures of people holding them like, oh, look at me with my gun and my fucking 8-year-old. Like, it's insanity to me, okay? Because a child, having never given life, cannot possibly conceive of what it would be to take a life. They're children. It is insanity to me that people do that to their children. But that is a whole nother video, okay? But again, y'all, this is my opinion. This is how I run my home. This is America. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just analyzing the problem, okay? And then you have that third tier, which is the internet. And y'all, there are crazies on both sides. Definitely crazy. But I will say this. the crazies over here, right? You got these neo-Nazi groups and the, what do you call that little shitbag? Nick Fuentes. And up until recently, I would have even added Charlie Kirk to that. I didn't realize that Charlie Kirk was not extreme enough. Like, this is news to me. We're all learning things. So you've got like so many people over there, and let's be honest, guys, those are not messages of love and unity. The things coming out of Fuentes and Kirk, and up until pretty recently, I think Candace Owens, and just watch the people on the right. Okay, very hateful, us versus them sort of a rhetoric. And if you're gonna sit here and try to tell me that that's not true, then that's bullshit. All right. And on the right, I think you have more of people that are analytical, and they're kind of like, we don't love the shit that's going on the right, but we're not gunning for you either, literally or physically. Okay. I meant literally or figuratively. So yeah. And then let me just close this out by addressing this fucking nonsense about how, the left is at, or excuse me, the right is at war with the left. No, the right is at war with the right. All right. Y'all are so busy fighting your own goddamn boogeyman's. All right. The left is not coming for you. We are not coming for you. That's not happening. That's not a thing. All right. It's just not true. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think.